Hi everyone, I'm starting another new topic, which is evaluating admirals. Of course, it's still the game's Nova Space Armada. Today, I want to talk about admirals, just everyone definitely has. Whether you just started playing yesterday or a year ago, you went out her. Nanatazans and Elena Skodova. Getting hers couldn't be easier. The followers game start with and you will have hers on first day. Many people tell me that something is free is not good thing. I myself often see this is many game. So what's about Elena's? Is she an assassin? First, let's take a look at Elena's skill and lineup. In terms of skills, it's learned heavily towards attack, increasing a lot of accuracy and damage, along with a slight reduction in damage taken. And the skill growth index is equivalent to other 3-star admirals, such as James, Mary Shelley, Morpheus, etc. In terms of squads, Anna has a squad that is considered balanced by the publisher with the force attack position in back rows and flagship, 3 defensive position in front rows, and 2 multi-pupil position in the main rows. Let's look at the bonus stats of the row in the formation. Anna has a back row with 1000 accuracy and 44% damage at smart level. This is really a good attack line and is especially suitable for kinetic weapon, which need a lot of accurate stats. But another weakness is also its niche lines, which is 1 for 3 slots only suitable for frigates. 1 slot can mount destroyers and frigates, and only slots can fit cruiser and battleship. This makes Elena Dams very strong in the first 2 miles of the game, but then it will gradually awaken because the powers of destroyers and frigates cannot keep up compared to cruiser and battleship. However, there is good news for these who loves Elenas. When the matrix ship appears, there will also be other powerful frigates and destroyers appearing. And front rows only other cell and a list ammo. About 32% ammo and 70% cell at maximum levels. Therefore, it's not strong because most tanker ships need a lot of ammo and heals. However, it is quite suitable for ships with larger cell like mechanical, etc. Overall, in the team squads, Anna is a very typical model, a flat whose main dam is destroyers. In addition, Anna is very easy to upgrade because you can own her from the first day of the game and can buy her upgrade PCs daily and weekly at the online store without stop. Okay, now it's time to test Anna as to combat power. I use Elena on standard destroyer fleets. These fleets will have 2 Fury or Argos in zeros. 1 Argo is flagship position, with main dam Dusty. Or use the Blabberroom as a flagship and 1 addition destroyer is main rows. The front rows will have tanker like Hunters, Mechanicals, Musca. Especially mechanical with a large cell buff from the front rows. G-ship as a boss tanker support mission to increase dam for destroyers. Fury is equipped with kinetic weapon, has the lowest possible reload time. The armor slot is filled with many ammo, and the unit slot is finished with own accuracy, increasing equipment. Add 2 other weak but important support ships in the main roles. I also ask a player with a flat of the similar strength to test her strength. Let's observe the battle. Yes, devastating Zen's was really easy. I asked him to con in another flash, and the sustain didn't change much. He could even almost the first three of the hit list in the same time. Remember that this is the 100th day of the server. There have been many powerful cruiser and battleship appearances, or in battle with Elite Scavenger, Steel Scavenger, Elena Dam is equivalent or slightly better than addition. A 5-star admiral who earns a strong flash than Elena. And both are my main flash right now. Okay, to summarize, Elena have a very strong abstract formation in the early stage of the game and is very easy to operate. However, her disadvantage as a weak front row and descent attack slot is limited to leadership class. However, Ana is still worth using in Zombie Flash, especially in the early state of the game or early until the Poseidon Cruiser appears, with a team built around the main dam of 3 destroyers, with 4 support ships and specialist destroyers that use a kinetic weapon like the Fury Zeros. Alright, I have finished presenting my opinion in the Admiral Elena. What do you think about hers? Please leave us your opinions below in the comment section. Goodbye and see you again in the next video.